is it I get no pleasure? Why is it I must complain? Someone to love and to treasure might rid my heart of its...
In the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. I'm laughing at clouds so dark up above. The sun's in my heart and I'm ready for love. Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from the place. Come on with the rain, I've a smile on my face. I'll walk down the lane with a happy refrain and singing, just singing in the rain.
You saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue just what I was there for. You heard me sing a prayer for someone I really could care for. And then there suddenly appeared for me the only one my arms could ever hold. I heard somebody whisper, please adore me. And when I looked, the moon had turned to gold. Now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. blue moon. Now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own.
No one to talk with, all by myself. No one to walk with, but I'm happy on the shelf. Ain't misbehaving, just saving my love for you. I know for certain the one I love, I'm through with flirting, it's you that I'm thinking of. Ain't misbehaving, just a saving my love for you. Like Jack Horner in a corner, don't go nowhere, what do I care? Your kisses are worth my waiting for. Believe me, I don't stay out late, don't care to go. I'm home about 8, just me and my radio. Ain't misbehaving, just a slaving my love for you. Like Jack Horner in a corner, don't go nowhere, what do I care? Your kisses are worth my waiting for. Believe me, I don't stay out late, don't care to go. I'm home about 8, just me and my radio. Ain't misbehaving, just saving my love for you.
I'm gonna buy a paper doll that I can call my own, a doll that other fellows cannot steal. And then the flirty, flirty guys with their flirty, flirty eyes will have to flirt with dollies that are real. When I come home at night, she will be waiting. She'll be the truest doll in all this world. I'd rather have a paper doll to call my own than have a fickle-minded real live girl. I guess I had $1,000,000 or more I just quarreled with Sue, and that's why I'm blue. She's gone away and left me just like all dolls do. I'll tell you boys, it's tough to be alone, and it's tough to love a doll that's not your own. I'm through with all of them, I'll never fall again. Say, boy, what you gonna do? I'm gonna buy a paper doll that I can call my own, a doll that other fellows cannot steal. And then the flirty, flirty guys with their flirty, flirty eyes will have to flirt with dollies that are real. When I come home at night, she will be waiting. She'll be the truest doll in all this world. I'd rather have a paper doll to call my own than have a big gold mine that real good.
When the little bluebird, who has never said a word, starts to sing spring, spring. When the little bluebell in the bottom of the dell starts to ring, ding, ding. When the little blue clerk in the middle of his work starts a tune to the moon up above, it is nature, that's all, simply telling us to fall in love. And that's why Chinks do it, Japs do it, why up in Lapland little Laps do it. Oh, let's do it, let's fall in love. In Spain the best upper sets do it, Lithuanians, and let's do it. Oh, let's do it, let's fall in love.
I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I'll give you my heart. I love you, and you alone were meant for me. Please give your loving heart to me and say we'll never part. I think of you every morning, dream of you every night. Darling, I'm never lonely whenever you are in sight. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I've given you my heart. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I've given you my heart.
Like this before. We looked at each other in the same way then, but I can't remember where or when. The clothes you're wearing are the clothes you wore. The smile you are smiling, you were smiling then, but I can't remember where or when. Some things that happened for the first time seem to be happening again. And so it seems that we've met before and laughed before and loved before, but who knows where or when. the sky, and the sky feels blue. Tear a petal from a rose, and the rose weeps too. Take your heart away from mine, and mine will surely break. My life is yours to make, so please keep the spark awake. Would you take the wings from birds so that they can't fly? Would you take the ocean's roar and leave just a